Hi everyone, good evening. Today, let's start off with a little game. Raise your hand if you've ever posted something on social media before. Now keep your hand raised if you've posted about something that you're truly passionate about, not just selfies or food pictures, but something that truly lights you up inside. Now, keep your hand raised if your posts have gotten you opportunities like speaking at international conferences or being featured on magazines. Well, let me tell you a story. In 2020, a 9-year-old obsessed with STEM and talking wanted to share her experiences on social media, but didn't know how to stand out in the crowded world of social media. Fast forward to 2024, that same kid was standing at a TED Talk in Montreal, sharing about how to break barriers, and that kid was me. In this talk, let me tell you about how I use social media not just as a platform, but as a launchpad to build my brand. Well, this story started when I was 9 years old, and my parents and I would play the SDLC game, and it stands for the Software Development Lifecycle. I know, it doesn't exactly sound like a game. But how it would work would be, my mom would give me a task, like a project idea, something I had to do, and then I'd create it, and I'd ask my dad to test it out. He could say it was good, it was bad, but if he approved, I'd get a candy as a reward. And trust me, I fell for that candy every time. But later realized that my projects were just kind of sitting there. Nobody was really seeing them, I wasn't getting real-time feedback. So my parents actually decided to create a social media account for me, where I could share my projects with the world. And in less than a year, I had picked up a community of coding and space enthusiasts who could share feedback on my projects. Now, later on, I realized that in the beginning, my posts were just kind of sitting there. There weren't many people who were seeing them, and I wasn't getting any engagement. But I realized social media isn't just about sharing content, it's about engaging with other people. So I started slowly joining conversations and commenting on other people's posts, and I realized I wasn't just sharing content anymore, I was building a community. So let me tell you about my social media journey in 3 parts. Starting off with content. Content is king. What do you want them to see? What do you want them to hear? And quality content can engage and inform people. And even if it's not on social media, encourage engagement. And then you've got the algorithm. How does the algorithm play a part in this? Well, in the beginning, I thought it was some magical formula, why some posts go viral and others don't. But I later realized it was strategy. So I started genuinely connecting with my audience. I started liking posts that interest me. And this sent a signal to the algorithm. Well, this content matters to Bhavishyaa Vignesh. This content is important. And it was a two-way street. The more you give, the more you get. And then you have tagging. Don't underestimate the power of tagging if your profile is public. Smart uses of hashtags and keywords can significantly enhance your social media training. And in conclusion, content, algorithm, and tagging can seriously help you when you're using social media. Now, I'd love to say that everything was smooth sailing, but unfortunately it wasn't. I did face some community challenges, and although my biggest support came from the community itself, I did get some criticism. People said things like, "You're too young to be taken seriously, and why would anyone care what a teenager has to say?" But you gotta choose who to focus on. And then you have expectations. How many of you have felt that there were certain expectations placed on you because of your background, your religion, your interests, or your age? Well, instead of letting those limit you, use them as motivation. My brand wasn't just based on who I was, it was based on what I stood for. And as we wrap up today, think about, why are you sharing this? Who are you sharing this for the next time you post something? And to let that message stick, let's play a game to show the power of branding. Listen carefully. I'll be saying famous influencers or celebrities' first names who've built their career around branding. And you shout out their last names. You ready? Yeah. You guys can do better than that. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Elon.
Musk.
Kylie.
Jenner.
Yeah. Taylor. Bhavishyaa?
Vignesh.
Yeah, you got it. And that's the power of branding. Thank you.